Never give up. These three words sound simple enough, and you may have heard them many times, but they also carry a lot of strength and honesty. And in today's video, we have the most extraordinary story of a baby whose actions demonstrate just that. You may wonder what a baby could know about not giving up. Well, keep watching to find out. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story. Stephen and Amy's third child, Poppy, was born premature. Due to her size, she remained in the newborn nursery and some doctors came to doubt she would survive. She spent 3 months in the nursery before she was deemed healthy to return to her parents. At home, her parents noticed that Poppy was always begging for food. They took her to the hospital, and after doctors ran some tests, she was diagnosed with Mobius syndrome, a rare neurological disorder whereby a person cannot use their facial muscles properly. Poppy couldn't smile or frown, Stephen said. They said she might not walk or talk, but she started walking at 15 months, which is quite normal. We took her off the feeding tube around her first birthday, and she got better every day. Just as when Poppy was born, she again defied expectations. However, before she turned 2, Amy went to wake her up but couldn't. We could feel her heartbeat, but she wasn't responding. We knew something was wrong. She was breathing but was short of breath, explains Stephen. Poppy was taken to the hospital and within 24 hours she improved, but 2 days later her parents realized something was wrong. The MRI revealed she had severe hypoxic brain damage. The doctor said she would not survive. Her family spent Christmas in hospital as they thought it would be Poppy's last. But something extraordinary happened. It could look like a scene from a movie, Stephen explained. It was the incredible moment when she laughed. When Maisie blew on her belly, blowing on her belly was all it took to wake her up. Poppy's sight defying the doctors are baffled. They say she shouldn't be doing what she is doing. They're so glad she's doing it. She is proving them wrong. She learned to crawl and walk again. Now her family is focused on her receiving intense physiotherapy treatment. We wish Poppy a full recovery. While Poppy is a reminder of why it's important not to give up, here's the story of another baby whose unique situation forced doctors to get creative. Megan and Eric are a couple from North Carolina. Megan was 5 months pregnant when things started to get complicated. She was suffering from hypertension, severe nausea, and 2 strokes due to her various problems. Megan spent about a month on bed rest and doctors saw that her baby was not moving. They told her she had very little chance of survival and to prepare for the worst. After 24 weeks of gestation, Megan gave birth to a baby girl by cesarean section. Her baby weighed only 0.28 kilograms, which is less than a can of soda. Her neonatologist also states that the baby girl fit head to toe in the palm of her hand. One of the smallest babies ever born, and after delivery she was transferred to Levine Children's Hospital. Fate was born prematurely, so her internal organs and intestines were not developed. She also had to overcome a series of setbacks, such as relying on a ventilator to breathe, receiving blood transfusions, and numerous complications with her undeveloped organs. She spent months in the hospital. She lived here every day, otherwise every other day, says Megan. Fate's unique situation also forced the doctors to go the extra mile to care for her, her doctor said. Even the diapers we have for the smallest babies were too big for her, so we had to be very creative to take care of her. However, her parents' perseverance eventually paid off. When she was allowed to come home, Fate weighed 5 times her birth weight. Isn't that amazing? Not only has she grown, but she can now recognize her parents' voices. Now Megan is looking forward to meeting her daughter. She said, "I want to know who she is. She's feisty. I'm ready to see what's in store for her. There is nothing more satisfying than seeing someone fight for something they believe in." This woman did, and the result of her perseverance is extraordinary. When Johanna was 4 months pregnant, her ultrasound showed that her baby had a serious heart defect. But this did not discourage Johanna and her husband. They threw a baby shower and prepared a beautiful room for the baby. The doctors told them that their baby would not survive. They also told her that she should abort. Johanna is a Christian and her religion does not support abortion. "I think they gave it to me for a reason and it was up to him to call her home or not," she said. She was told she's going to be stillborn. Save yourself the pain. For Johanna, each new appointment seemed to come with another serious diagnosis. But Johanna's baby was a fighter. She defied the doctor's expectations. She made it to 18 weeks and survived to 37 weeks. She wasn't even born prematurely. Johanna delivered her baby Clara by cesarean section. She had 2 holes in her heart and was diagnosed with congenital heart disease. She also had numerous physical problems. She had her first open heart surgery when she was only 6 days old. She needs oxygen 24 hours a day. She has a pacemaker, and one side of her heart is smaller than the other. Clara requires 8 medications given 4 times a day. Clara is a fighter. Despite her many health issues, she made it to her first Christmas, and for this couple who were told their daughter would not be born, it was very special to see their daughter play with the snow. She was mesmerized. She kept smiling, says Johanna. Although there are no guarantees for Clara, her parents have learned to enjoy every moment. As Clara continues to defy the odds, here is the story of a baby whose birth required a lot of help, but who has continued to inspire everyone around her. When Taylor and his wife Chelsea went for their ultrasound, the young couple were met with devastating news. They were told that their baby had a cystic hygroma, a fluid-filled sac that results in a blockage in the lymphatic system. Doctors were concerned that he could have severe breathing problems at birth, and this would make it difficult for him to survive. As a result of the negative scan result, the young couple was anxious about the birth of their daughter, so much so that on the day of delivery they were so shaky and nervous. Because of the baby's unique situation, they delivered her in a room full of doctors, pediatric otolaryngologists, and UNCI nurses. Their daughter Eden was born by C-section with a lymphatic malformation in the form of a mass in her neck. But instead of not surviving beyond a day, Eden has surprised them by surviving for years. She has had countless hospital visits and over 7 treatments, but has remained a happy and healthy little girl. Her parents have also done a great job of not letting their daughter's illness define her life. She also had a cyst on her tongue removed to help her breathe, and will have the rest of the malformation surgically removed. From Eden's inspiring story, here is a story of the birth of a world record-breaking child. Beth was 5 months pregnant when she went to the hospital thinking she might have a urinary tract infection. However, the obstetrician told her she was going into labor. She had to call her husband to pack. Beth was only 21 weeks pregnant, so the doctors told her that her baby had no chance of survival. But this couple was defiant. They were not going to give up on their child. They both said, "That's not an option. I knew I had a chance," said Beth. The couple was right to move forward. Beth's son Richard was premature and weighed only 0.31 kilograms when he was born. After the medical team spent 4 hours stabilizing him, Beth and her husband were finally able to meet their son. "I remember how small he was. He was smaller than my hand. This little man has survived his birth. He is a fighter, and he is going to pull through," says Beth. Richard was on a ventilator for 2 months and in the hospital for more than 6 months before he was discharged, and at that time he still needed supplemental oxygen. Despite his health issues, Richard remains healthy and defied his doctor's expectations to make it to his first birthday. At the celebration, Richard and his parents were pleasantly surprised to be named the world's most premature baby by Guinness World Records. Isn't it amazing? Not only did he survive against all odds, but he did it by making a world record. Which of these stories did you find most inspiring? Do you have similar stories of babies who defied doctors' expectations to survive? Share your story in the comments to inspire others. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.